6 T-72M1S 75 T-72S were fitted with additional hull armor. Passed on to the unified German state, 79. A. Germany 549 tanks taken from the GDR's army, all scrapped, sold to other countries or given to museums. Finland some 170 T-72M1S. About 70 T-72M1S, one armored brigade, were bought from the Soviet Union and were delivered in 1984, 1985, 1988 and 1990. A further 9 T-72M1S, including a small number of command versions T-72M1K and T-72M1K1, were bought from German surplus stocks in 1992-1994. All withdrawn from service in 2006. Scrapped in Javaskila or sold as spares to the Czech Republic. At least 2 finished T-72s are still in working order and have been used in showcases. 80. Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant. Several were captured from the Syrian army. 81. Romania 30 T-72M1S were bought in 1986 from Israel and delivered in 1987. Withdrawn from service, in long-term storage. 28 tanks are for sale. 23 of them need repair. 5 are operational. 82. In 2022 it was reported that Romania transferred their fleet of T-72s to Ukraine in response to the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine. 83. Sierra Leone in 1994 Sierra Leone acquired 2 T-72s from Poland via Ukraine. Their vehicles were previously in Polish service. Another unspecified number of ex-Polish tankers delivered to Sierra Leone in 1997 also via Ukraine. These vehicles also previously served with Poland. 84. Soviet Union passed on to successor states. A. Russia 10,284b. Belarus 1,797c, Ukraine 1,044, 85, 86, d. Turkmenistan 702e, Kazakhstan 700f, Azerbaijan 325, 86, g. Armenia 246, 86, h. Georgia 219, 86, I. Kyrgyzstan 150J, Uzbekistan 70K, Tajikistan 44. L. Lithuania 398, 86. All units transferred to Russia in 1993. M. Latvia 114, 86. All units transferred to Russia in 1994. N. Moldova 0, 86. No Soviet divisions stationed in Moldova fielded T-72s. Yugoslavia bought approximately 18 T-72ms from the USSR and 72 from Czechoslovakia, later developed the improved M84. 87. Variants. Soviet Union and Russia. Early T-72 in profile. Early upgrade of T-72 Ural. The T-72 was designed and first built in the Soviet Union. T-72 Ural, Object 172M, 1973, 88, original version armed with the 125mm D81TM smoothbore tank gun. Unlike the later versions, it had the searchlight mounted on left. It also had flipper-type armor panels. It had the TPD-2-49 coincidence rangefinder optical sight protruding from its turret. 4, 89, 90. T-72K, command version of the T-72 Ural with an additional R-130M radio. Company command versions were fitted with 2 additional R123M/R173 radios and also carried a 10M telescopic mast. Battalion and regiment command versions were fitted with 2 additional R123M/R173 radios and R130M that used the 10M mast when it was erected. In NATO code, the T-72K was represented by 3 different designations. T-72K1, T-72K2 and T-72K3, which represented the Company Command version, Battalion Command version and Regiment Command version. 490. Robot 2, Remote Controlled T-72 Ural. 4. Object 172-2M Buffalo, modernization of the T-72 made in the early 1970s. The angle of the front armor slope was changed to 30 degrees. 100% metal side skirts protecting sides of the hull, added armor screens protecting the turret, ammunition stretch increased to 45 rounds, modified suspension, added smoke grenade discharges, SGDs, engine power boosted to 840 HP, 630 kilowatts. 90. T-72 Ural 1, Object 172M1, 1976, 88, new 2A46 main gun, new armor on the turret. 90. T-72V, V4 Vzrivnoy explosive, unofficial designation for tanks fitted with Contact 1 explosive reactive armor fitted to the hull front and turret. 4. T-72, Object 176, 1979, 88, an improved version of the basic T-72 Ural. Large numbers of early production T-72 Ural models were modernized in the 1980s. Searchlight has been placed on the right-hand side of turret, blanking off the TPD-2-49 coincidence optical rangefinder and replaced by the TPD-K1 laser rangefinder. Added plastic armor track skirts covering the upper part of the suspension with separate panels protecting the sides of the fuel and stowage panniers instead of the flipper-type armor panels used on the T-72 Ural. The turret front and top being heavily reinforced with composite armor better known by its U.S. code name Dolly Parton, provisions for mounting reactive armor, an electronic fire control system, MB smoke grenade launchers, flipper armor mount on front mudguards, internal changes, and a slight weight increase. 4, 88, 90, 91. T-72 at 72 of 1979G, additional glacis armor with thickness of 17 mm of high-resistance steel. T-72 of 1984G, late production model with anti-radiation lining. T-72AK, Object 176K command version of the T-72. In NATO code, T-72AK was represented by 3 different designations, T-72AK1, T-72AK2 and T-72AK3, which represented the Company Command version, Battalion Command version and Regiment Command version. 4, 88, 90. T-72AV, V4 Vzrivnoy explosive, model with Contact 1 explosive reactive armor fitted to hull front and turret. 4. T-72M, Object 172ME2, Object 172ME3, Object 172ME4 Soviet export version similar to the T-72 but with thinner armor and 125mm D-81T smoothbore tank gun with 44 rounds. It was sold to Iraq and to Syria and was also built in Poland by Bumalabdi. 89, 90, and Czechoslovakia. 4, 92. T-72MK, T-72MK, export version of T-72AK. It is a command vehicle for battalion commanders and has additional radio equipment including the R130M radio, AB1P/30M1U generator and a TNA-3 navigation system. The main external difference is a 10M telescopic antenna stowed under the rear of the stowage box during travel. An additional antenna base for this telescopic antenna is mounted on the left side of the turret. Because of the additional equipment, the number of rounds for the 125mm tank-in had to be lowered from 44 to 38. In NATO code, the T-72MK was represented by three different designations: T-72MK1, T-72MK2 and T-72MK3, which represented the company command version, battalion command version and regiment command version. 4. T-72ME, Object 172ME, Soviet export version, armed with the 125 mm D-81 smoothbore tank gun with 44 rounds. T-72M fitted with a French 155 mm F1 turret for trials in India. 4. T-72M fitted with a British 155 mm Vickers T6 turret for trials in India. 4. T-72M1, T-72M1, Object 172ME5, Object 172ME6, Soviet export version, with thicker armor and similar to T-72A Ob. 1979G. It also is fitted with 7+5 smoke grenade dischargers on turret front. It was also built in Poland and ex-Czechoslovakia. 92. T-72M1K, Commander's variant with additional radios. 91. T-72M1V, T-72M1 with Contact 1 explosive reactive armor, V4 Vzrivnoy explosive. 91. T-72M1M, Object 172ME8, Soviet export version. It's a T-72M1 upgraded to T-72 standard. 91. It has the Arena Active Protection System. 92. T-72BV with ERA bricks, T-72S Shilden, T-72M1M1, 89, Object 172ME8 export version of the T-72B with only 155 ERA bricks, simplified NBC system, no anti-radiation lining etc. T-72B, Object 184, NATO code, SMTM 1988, 91, 1985, 88, SMT Soviet medium tank. There is new 2 a 46M main gun with new 2E42-2 stabilization system. Much improved version of 1 a 40-1 fire control system, 1K13-49 gunner's sight for the use of 9M119s for anti-tank guided missile through gun barrel. Thicker armor, 20 mm of applique armor on the front of the hull. Front and top of the turret were heavily reinforced with composite armor, better known by its US code name Super Dolly Parton. New V84-1 engine with 840 HP, 626 kilowatts. 93. On early models, the smoke dischargers were mounted on the turret front, as on the T-72. Later they were grouped on the left side of the turret to prepare for the installation of ERA bricks. T-72BK, Object 184K command version of the T-72B, recognizable by having multiple radio antennas and a radio mast stowage under rear turret bin. 490. T-72BV, V4 Vzrivnoy explosive, model with Contact 1 explosive reactive armor fitted to hull front and turret. T-72BV, T-72BA, Object 184A/1. This designation is used to refer to several models of late T-72B stripped down, refurbished and upgraded with certain core components at Uralvagonzava between 1998 and 2005. There are several features common to all upgraded T-72BA models. Front of the turret and front of the hull reinforced with Contact 5 ERA. The frontal floor plate reinforced against mines. The driver's seat is now suspended from the ceiling instead of being fixed to the floor, and the driver's station has a new steering system as well as a new TVN5 night sight. These tanks are equipped with the V84MS engine using an upgraded exhaust system and newly developed twin-pin tracks, used on the T-90. The upgrade also included the integration of a DWEBS wind sensor whose mast is located on the rear, left part of turret and which feeds information into the 140 fire control system automatically. Tanks upgraded after the year 2000 received an improved 140-01M fire control system which makes use of ATBV digital ballistic computer. The tanks can also fire the 9M119M reflex laser-guided anti-tank missile through the use of a 1K13-19 sight. The most recent T-72BA tanks made in 2005 feature the latest iteration of the 140 FCS, designated 140 M2. While the upgraded tanks retained the original 2A46 main gun, more importantly, they received a much improved 2E42-4 stabilization system which significantly improved accuracy especially during firing on the move. Approximately 750 tanks were upgraded to the T-72BA standard. 94-95 T-72BA with Contact 5 era. T-72B1 Object 184-1 rear camera for the driver, GLONASS navigation system, panoramic thermal sight for the commander, Cessna gunner sight automatic target tracking system. Retained engineered gun with 9K120 SFA missile system from T-72B. T-72B1K, Object 184K1 command version of the T-72B1. 90 Serbian T-72B1 MS White Eagle. T-72B1 MS White Eagle technology demonstrator. Clearly visible are Eagle's Eye panoramic sight and Cessna gunner sight. T-72B1 MS White Eagle, Object 184-1 MS. T-72B1 modernized by the 61st Armourer Repair Factory, today part of the Eurovagon Zavod Group. First unveiled at the Engineering Technologies 2012 forum, painted all white, hence the unofficial nickname White Eagle. The protection of tank is unchanged, with the Contact 1 explosive reactive armor being retained, and cannon is unchanged. A modernized V84 MS engine is installed, but its power output is the same as the older one. An auxiliary power unit is added. The electronics are heavily upgraded, including a rear camera fourth driver, a GPS /GLONASS navigation system, a Falcon's Eye third generation panoramic thermal sight for the commander, a Cessna thermal gunner sight, an automatic target tracking system, a chassis management system, a meteorological mast and the capability to use 9M119 SFA /reflex barrel launched ATGMs. Lastly, a remotely controlled AA machine gun is added. These improvements increased Q8 from 44.1 to 47.3 tons. Currently, 2019, in service with Laos, Nicaragua and Serbia, 35-96. T-72B OB. 1989G, T-72B equipped with advanced Contact 5 explosive reactive armor composite armor insides of turret as well. Often called T-72BM or T-72BM, but this is not correct. NATO code, SMTM 1990.490. T-72B OB. 1990G, additionally fitted with new FCS, crosswind sensor and sometimes V92S2 engine. T-72B OB. 1990G with an improved commander's cupola with a larger sight. 4. T-72B2 Rogatka OB. 2006G, Object 184M, also referred to as T-72BM in documents, 95, T-72B upgrade proposal code-named Rogatka. First shown at the 2006 Russian Arms Expo, it was equipped with a new fire control system including a Cessna thermal sight, and a new 125mm 2A46 M5 main gun. The autoloader was replaced with the model found on the T-72, and allowed for the use of longer, more modern ammunition. A new V92S2 1000 HP diesel engine was added. The new relic third generation era replaced the Contact 5 era on the front of the tank, while slat armor was added on the